the hour, time for a quick check of the other stories new this morning. In the next 3 minutes, it's about the time it will take to present this next report. Nearly 500 more gallons of fresh crude oil will have spilled into the Gulf of Mexico, making a massive oil slick that's much more of a menace. The growing environmental threat has been well documented, but we're also beginning to see the economic fallout. Livelihoods lost. Reynolds Wolf reports from the Mississippi coast where an oyster processing plant has suddenly become a shell of its former self. 37 minutes past the hour right now. Welcome back to the Most News in the Morning. You know, we've been talking about all the finger pointing that's going on in Washington over the massive Gulf oil spill and also the failure to be able to do anything to cap it or stop it at this point. But our next guest says that while all that's going on, he's sitting on a potential solution when it comes to saving the wetlands if they're overrun with oil. And his phone isn't exactly ringing off the hook. Frank Pajawis is a partner at Abaco, and he says that he has a product that could actually eat away at the oil, turning it into dirt. He joins us from Boca Raton, Florida this morning. Frank, good to see you. You have a demonstration that you're going to show us in a second, but first of all, just explain how this stuff works.
Okay,
would work. First of all, you have a clear pool first in the front and motor oil. It would be a lot different, right, with crude oil and also in the saltwater marshes of the Gulf. Would it still work in that environment?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Throughout the open waters of the Gulf.
What they're doing on the open waters of the Gulf is trying to...
You've made some calls to try to see if local areas and governments were interested in using your product, but you haven't really heard anything back. Why not, you think?
Well, we had form letters come back from government areas. And
option, if it were to be able to work in one of these areas, especially as you talked about the sensitive marshlands, it would be amazing. But thanks for giving us a look at how your product could potentially work in this disaster that we're dealing with. Frank Pajawis, partner at Abaco, thanks so much.
Interesting stuff.
Thank you for your time.
Interesting stuff, Kiran.